Hi, and welcome to the Inspired Podcast, Leading the Way in Education. I'm your host, Andrea De La Cerda, and each week I'm bringing you insightful discussions and new news about changes in the landscape of education and entrepreneurship. Today, I wanted to talk about purpose. What does it mean to be purpose-driven from a brand perspective? There are tons of different workplace verbiage we can use when we're on this topic. You've heard of mission statement, brand ethos, shared purpose, positioning statement, but what does any of this mean? What are we really identifying and why is it so important? We all know as consumers ourselves that we love the brands we love for more than just the product itself. Think about your go-to companies for sneakers, cleaning supplies, and even for news. They may produce a high-quality product or service, but what's really setting them apart from the sea of other competitors that keeps you coming back time and time again? This is where the brand mission, the purpose comes in. The above and beyond, the part of marketing that allows the consumer to see a brand as a human experience and not just a cash grab. So how do we accomplish this for ourselves as marketers or even for our businesses as entrepreneurs? The first step is to really get foundational. Build an understanding of why your brand exists and what it hopes to accomplish beyond just the quote, I want to sell new widgets and amass profit, unquote. This can express itself in the form of a purpose statement, or what I call a purpose statement, a short 1 to 2 sentence blurb that describes what your organization wants to achieve in the world. A great example is Tesla's purpose statement, which is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. This is impactful because there's no mention of the cars or services that Tesla's actually trying to sell. They're solely introducing their why and letting us know they're working toward a much larger goal for a common good. Another one that I really love is TED's, and it's only 2 words, spread ideas. It's so helpful because without having any other information, without navigating a whole website or a whole about page, we really understand the core of the brand and what they're trying to do. So start thinking about this for yourself. Without saying exactly what you're selling, what's your purpose pitch for your brand? And how can that be configured into a really powerful purpose statement? Shared purpose is an even broader framework that encompasses your brand ideology, both a customer's reason to buy and your employees' reason to believe in you. I worked with a brand consultancy for many years who coined this term and would often refer to the idea as, quote, 2 sides of the same coin. A brand's purpose is the reason it exists beyond making profit. It defines the impact a brand wants to have on society and on the world, and it determines not only what products or services a brand offers, but how that product or service will uniquely improve the lives of its customers and its employees. This purpose should be integrated into every aspect of a brand's identity and operationalized to help guide its decision-making. There are many reasons why understanding your brand's purpose is important, including standing out against competitors and building your customer loyalty. Consumers prefer purpose-driven brands that are committed to making positive change. So having a meaningful brand purpose will improve your brand's reputation and increase your customer loyalty. A recent study by Forbes Advisor found that 82% of Gen Z consumers say that advocating for social equality is the most important brand factor that positively influences them to make a purchase decision. So you can see one issue is 82% important for Gen Z consumers really says something. When you implement your shared purpose, your team will also be centered around a common cause, and your business will be working to create meaningful impact. To uncover what your brand's purpose actually is, though, you need to ask yourself some of the following questions. Why does your brand exist? Why did you create your business in the first place? What vision or mission did you have in the beginning that really got you up in the morning and got you excited about this? And aside from making money, why was your brand created? Did you see a problem that needed to be solved? Did you see a service that wasn't being offered? Did you see an audience that wasn't being effectively reached? And what impact do you want to have on your customers and your employees? What impact do you want to make on society and on the world? These are big questions. Probably not ones necessarily that you could rattle off quickly, but maybe you can. And if you can, then you're much, much closer to really actualizing your brand's purpose statement. When you think about your answers to these questions, really go in depth and reflect on your brand. Ask other members of that are in your ecosystem, employees, it could be friends, those who know you really well. W- It's a gr- what ask them some of these questions to see what their perspective is about your brand's purpose. That will help you so much in creating your own mission statement. You should consider conducting maybe some market research a little bit. Maybe get outside and talk to some of people who might be affected by you that you don't personally know and get their perspectives so that they can understand. You can help. You can really understand from them what your target market, values, how they view the world, what is the solution that you're offering that didn't otherwise exist. But your purpose should be in alignment with your values and the value that you bring to other like-minded customers and employees. Your shared purpose is what's going to motivate your team to do the work that they do. It's what's going to get them up in the morning. It's what's going to get the attention of your customers and keep them as loyal customers. Having a well-developed shared purpose statement that you can deliver on, that is the extremely important part, is a critical aspect of your brand's offering. So really keep that in mind as you create it. Understanding your brand's purpose might be the first step, but also consider the values that are in play to help you stay focused on that. So extending your brand's values, think about these as the principles and ethical standards that guide the decisions and actions of your company. These values are critical to making sure the purpose is first and foremost, that is your focus. The values will influence a brand's culture and your personality. It should be uncompromising standards by which you hold yourself and your employees accountable. Some examples of some brand values that a company might have are, you think about sustainability, diversity and inclusion, social responsibility, innovation, creativity, or collaboration. But remember to keep in mind that you don't just pick the values because they sound good or they're a buzzword or that's the latest and greatest trend. You really do need to show that you can deliver on these values, that you are representing them, that you're living them out in the day-to-day. And if any of this seems really confusing or somewhat ambiguous, which I completely understand, there are a lot of terms out there and a lot of different frameworks, but my best advice to you would be keep it authentic. Be you. What works about shared purpose is that it's interpersonal, it's not just corporate jargon. So don't be afraid to lean on your own personality, infuse your personality and the beliefs that you're passionate about, the ideas that your team is passionate about into that brand's purpose. It adds so much humanity and value when your consumer base feels like they're really buying from or working with real people who have real world problems and goals. But making sure that everything you're doing and putting out there ties back to your core purpose statement, that overall why of your brand. Keeping open lines of communication with your internal team about keeping your cause consistent, authentic, and innovative, and right front and center is the best way to keep this process seamless as your business grows and evolves. So check in every so often. Do your employees feel like that purpose statement aligns with the work that they do? Do customers see the value in the change that you're striving for? And ask yourself how your mission differs from that of competitors. Is it memorable? Is it inspiring? Do people want to follow you and get on board? So let's talk about some strategies that you can use to incorporate your purpose statement into your brand's communication and marketing. After all, the reason to have that purpose statement is to show customers every day that you're working to create a positive change. And as we talked about, people support purpose-driven companies. In 2024, consumers put their dollars toward companies that care about the causes they care about, and they're actively working toward big picture goals. So with that in mind, your brand's purpose statement should be reflected in all aspects of your company, including your hiring process, your internal communications, and your external marketing. Make sure to introduce your mission statement to your employees and work with them to make sure they understand it and they're reflecting it in their work. Internal alignment is so important. and actually being able to communicate and implement your purpose. So really take the time to make sure your team is ready before doubling down. You can't advertise a purpose that your team's not actively working to achieve. Once your team really understands the mission and has strategies in place to implement it in their work, you can share with the world will see how you're putting it into practice. So I can't emphasize that enough. Really making sure to spend the time to rally your team around these ideas and make sure they're on board. To wrap all of this up neatly, I thought I'd give you some more examples of popular purpose-driven brands that you might be familiar with that really embody shared purpose across every aspect of their business model. The first is a company called Sweet Green, whose purpose is super simple from first glance. They're one of the only fast casual restaurant chains that lets customers actually build their own salad. Do you remember Soup Plantation? I don't know that it's around anymore. However, if you take a look at their branding and their website, you'll find that their mission is really about so much more than just a demand for salad. They are strong core values behind the food they provide. Sweet Green was founded in 2007 by 3 college graduates who struggled to find healthy meals that were also fast, convenient, and affordable near their campus. They started off working with local farms in the DC area, and over 15 years later, they still pride themselves on a commitment to ethical food sourcing, carbon neutrality, and sustainable energy at all of their locations nationwide. An entire page of the Sweet Green website is truly dedicated to their mission and their story. And that purpose statement is right at the top: building healthier communities by connecting people to real food. This is a great example of how shared purpose, because it demonstrates how personal, community, and global impact can be effectively integrated into a brand's identity to really represent a true, bigger purpose, much larger than life than just salad. Another brand that's built a success on staying loyal to its mission statement is The Honest Company. This is one of my very favorites. It was founded in 2011 by an actress and a mom who saw a demand for eco-friendly, kid-safe household products that actually do their job. There's a mission statement right there. Honest Brand's official mission statement reads, "Meaningful transparency and thoughtful design. We are on a mission to change the world one product at a time." And this is not only super, catchy, the mission of it is echoed across every inch of their marketing. Every product they sell, from cleaning supplies to body care to makeup, is made without over 3,000 common chemicals and toxins found in competing products. They use sustainably made packaging, and it's marketed to the widest possible audience. Newborns can use Honest, and so can moms, and so can grandparents. Both of these are really amazing examples of brands that entered highly competitive markets, fast casual dining and home and beauty, and found a way to present something original, authentic, and connective by identifying and expressing their purpose. Yes, the products can speak for themselves, but what makes these brands very unique and attention-grabbing lies not in what they sell, but how and why they sell it. Having a clear purpose is equally important for all companies, no matter who they serve and what they deliver, because regardless of whether we're making a product, a service, or even marketing ourselves, our audience has to be able to find their point of connection, the why should I care of it all. I hope this discussion has helped you build a broader understanding of what it means to have a well-crafted purpose statement and why it's so important to have one. And if you haven't taken the time already, I would highly encourage you to start thinking about building your own brand purpose and really crafting, cultivating what that means. It can be as simple as identifying what's important to you and the audience you want to serve. What is that intersection? If you already have a purpose statement for your business, take another look and see if it's best aligns with your current actions and values. And if not, consider refining your statement or implementing some change in your operations to really be able to meet the standards of your shared purpose and operationalize that much broader. If you're looking for more brand development insights, head to the show notes. I'll save you a spot also for my free masterclass that's coming up, From Consulting to Coach, 6 Principles to 5X Your Revenue. That's coming up on July 23rd. It's a great opportunity to further discuss amplifying your brand's impact, and if you're in the coaching industry, especially. This masterclass also includes exclusive freebies for everyone who attends, a Q&A with me, and other free tools you can use to help make your business more successful. I really hope that you just drop by and just check it out, and I'd love to be able to get to know you. If you have any feedback or comments on this week's episode, please go to our socials and drop them there. We'd love to continue this conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I really appreciate you being here. We will see